restart?
जी जी ठीक रहेगा ऐसा?
Can we restart?
जी
Okay.
बहुत अच्छा. नहीं, इतनी अच्छी बात रही that we could hear Didi's experience as well, and it's always very encouraging uh, uh, when you come across, listen to all your seniors, mentors, and the ones who have moved a little ahead in their journey. So I'll restart for myself. I'm Manisha Shukla. Presently, I'm working as an associate professor in the Department of Chemistry at the University of Lucknow since June 2022. Before that, I was working with one of the AICT affiliated organization in Lucknow, that is the BBD group of institutions. So since 99 to June 22, I was teaching the engineering students. My first exposure to this content, if I remember very vaguely, sometimes in 2009, but of course, I have no clue of what I heard and what it was. Because I found the certificate in one of my files. So I just recalled that, yes, I had gone somewhere. But then it was not retained because for a long time there was no touch with that. 2016, we had a one-day session in our own college where Ganesh Bhaiya, Rajul Bhaiya, Sambhav Bhaiya, they all were there. And mm, what clicked the best to me was the Venn diagrams that were drawn. The three Venn diagrams, Samaj, Sambandh, Suvidha, the three of them, they caught my attention. Uh, with the kind of a sanskar with which I had been brought up, so that was very clear to me that relations are any day more important than the materialistic world. That was effortless in me. This portion of right understanding, I had this inbuilt thing in me that the understanding comes with time, with experience, with your living, so that I don't have to be taught about it. It's the relations that hold first priority in my life, and materialism is required, but then that's not all that essential. So, as I've already said regarding my family, uh, I have a daughter who's married. She's in Bangalore. My son in law and my daughter both are living in Bangalore. My son is with me. He's completed his BTech and he's preparing for some competitive exams. So, it's a blessing in disguise that I'm not home alone. I lost my husband in 2019 when my kids were just studying. My son was in 12th standard and my daughter was graduating. So after the basic rituals of Tirahi and all that, the two of them left. And that was a time uh, when I had a vacuum. But then since I did my first workshop completely in 2018, 2017, I had attended a workshop, but partially where Bhaiya had come to Lucknow to one of the government engineering colleges to take the workshop. I had been trying my level best to be relieved for these workshops, but somehow I could not get the leave. And though I did propose that I'll take my medical leaves to attend the workshop, but then I was given an answer that even if you take your medical leave, we'll make it a break in service, but you will not be allowed. So I said, it's okay. It's okay. When Saturday and Sunday were off, so for 2 days, I took my time off and attended the sessions. So with all the uh, effort, finally in 2018, I attended the entire workshop. Moti Bhaiya was our resource person, and once the workshop, I could connect with the content very well, and I could get the entire content with feelings as well. Um, by the end of the workshop, Moti Bhaiya picked up Anil Bhaiya and he called me, both of us separately, and he said that, Didi, there's going to be a level 2 where Bhanu Bhaiya is going to come to take the sessions. Uh, Please do attend that. So I said, okay, but I'm not eligible for it because I've done only one 8-day workshop. At that time, we used to have 8-day workshop, then a refresher for 8-day, and then we could be eligible for the level 2, because level 2, probably, bhaiya, now we call it level 4. Yeah, no, bhaiya, UHV 2 was, that is, UHV 3. So that time probably that was the way it was being run. So I attended that, and I could connect very well with any and everything which Bhanu Bhaiya had been proposing to us. And that was the time when my husband was undergoing a lot of ailment and liver cirrhosis, that kind of a phase it was. I'll relate an incident where how this workshop could help me very strongly via self-exploration. So one of the doctor who we were consulting was very difficult to get the appointment. So I got an appointment, and we were supposed to go to the doctor, and he had given us time 8:30 in the evening, because I wanted that time so that I didn't miss my workshop. I went along with my husband. Uh, the doctor was in OT. He took a little more time to come out. I had the car key in my hand, and I was literally standing in front of the OT gate, so that the moment doctor comes, I'll ask him to see my husband first so that I could take him home. Uh, the doctor came and he could recognize me very well. He said, "हाँ कहाँ हैं आप, शुक्ला जी कहाँ हैं?" So I just said that he's there. I'll get him. I turned around and my husband was not there. I mean, difficult to get the appointment, difficult to catch the doctor, and when you catch the doctor, the patient is missing. I went out near the car, everywhere around in that area, and I kept on looking for him, couldn't find him. Came back to the doctor, and by then he'd taken care of a number of patients. And he said, now it's time for me to go. So I said, wait for another 2-3 minutes, maybe he's around or he'll come back, he's gone to the washroom, or any excuse I could give. But I couldn't find him. And since I'm not a very good driver, so I didn't take the risk of driving the vehicle back home. And the car is there. Maybe till nearly 12 at night, I kept on looking for my husband in the area, around, anywhere, everywhere in that area. And finally, I thought that I'll get back home. Maybe I'll talk to some of my relatives, so that I came back home. The entire house was locked, since I stay in a joint family. So through another door I reached, and I saw my husband nicely sleeping. And probably had it been another occasion with an ailing person missing from the doctors, and that too an ailment like liver cirrhosis, and that too in a very, very serious state, one would always get all kind of negative ideas, with river Gomti flowing nearby and all that. I simply woke him up. I said, "Aapne dawa li? You've had the medicine?" He said, "No." "Khana tha kuch jo main dawa leta? Tum to pure din gayab thi. You were missing throughout the day." So I said, "No, no problem. I'll just prepare 2 chapatis and vegetable for him." I gave him the food. I gave him medicine. He went off to sleep. And I was just self-exploring. Had it been another occasion with you in so much of anxiety, you would simply burst. I mean, for those 3 to 4 hours, probably, I had all kind of negative ideas. I even looked at the railway line. I even looked near the riverfront. Maybe koi batayega ki koi gir gaya, kuch hua. That was something. And this particular content not just help me in that moment. Probably just after a month and a half, in the month of April itself, that's okay, that's okay. So, in the month of April itself, uh, and it was very difficult to take him to the doctor. I mean, more difficult to manage anything than to take him to the doctor. Finally, today is 4th of April. 4th of April, I took him to the hospital, admitted him there, and 11th of April, we lost him. And giving medicine was also a difficult task, but probably it was the content that was going in me and that I was living through. I mean, uh, it's pura, it's the gratitude of the content that you can handle a situation of this kind where uh, the real understanding of self and body comes into you. So this part of our content where uh, like human being is a coexistence of self and body, that comes to you with a lot of clarity when you have real life experience. That's how I feel. The more you live it, the more you understand it. पूरे जीने में जब आ जाता है ना, तो उसका सही सार अपने अंदर बैठता है, स्थिर होता है. That's how I feel about it. So that's how it went. And throughout that hospitalization also, I was there, and in fact I took his body home all alone. So there also I was so, I I mean, sometimes when the family talked back कि कैसी औरत है, एक आंसू नहीं गिरा, she didn't cry, और इतना normal way में behave कर रही है. So मुझे at that time, what was more important for me is to look into the solution of how to take care of it, how to take care of the kids, how to take care of myself, and how to take care of the entire situation, and not to panic, not to go into any kind of disharmony. The more composed you are, the more in harmony you are able to look at things better and take care of them better. This is how I feel for myself. Then these are some of the aspects of the content which I've been deeply exploring and living by it. Then if I talk of the state before the content, I was just like another human being. But what I feel is, since my father retired as a teacher, my mother was also into teaching profession, grandfather was also a headmaster. So the sanskar of a teacher's family, living with definite values in life, it comes into you by virtue of seeing our elders living and being in that environment. That's why I also feel that the more you live in this environment, the more you become connected to it, the more you are able to bring it into your life. The moment you get disconnected, maybe something that is outside, it takes over. It tries to infiltrate into you. Because as a human being, I think I'm not that stable in my state till now. I keep taking off at moments, but most of the time the awareness is there. That is deep rooted. I'm aware of myself most of the time. So that's how I feel for myself. So the sanskar was always there. The only thing is, clarity of some of the things was not there. That came with visit to the content, with being a part of the workshops, with a lot of volunteering activity. More and more of self-exploration started. I was doing self-exploration, but of course not with the same terminologies. And when the corona time, during which We took up so many activities, the rigorous activities we took up. And the morning session started in June 2020. So, with all that participation, with all that listening and hearing, with trying to bring that into my living, that accelerated my understanding and it brought into my entire system. During the corona time, the three of us, mother and the two kids, we all underwent corona. I was with the maximum ailment, took minimum number of days to recover, and kept on doing all the household work. I mean, my daughter was a very fidgety about that. You keep on mopping the house throughout the day. What do you keep doing when you're not so well, when your oxygen level is down? In fact, my children purchased an oxygen cylinder because I'm asthmatic as well. So out of वो black में खरीदा गया 80,000 rupees का 5 liter का, thinking that if I have some problem, so they'll require it. So they did that also for me. But then, lying down and managing my breath, I had managed that phase as well. My daughter, who had minimum ailment, recovered in the longest time because she always thought she's getting that black fungus in her eye, and she kept on telling me that, don't tell me anything, I'm getting black fungus. So she took 6 months to recover, and that's how it went. So this is one of the proposal which I have explored very deeply, is that self is central to my existence, and body is only an instrument. Of late, where I have been less aware is to be more careful about my body at the age of 55. So recently I was limping a little. So my daughter said, you get your this thing checked. So probably the right leg had started a bit of some part of let's say varicose kind of a thing, because I keep on standing for a long time in my university. 7:30 I have my morning class, until 7:30 at night I'm there. So maybe because of that, so I have to take care of it. That I have become more aware that this part is to be taken care of. Then regarding the 9 feelings as a human being, I have a good understanding of it. Regarding the trust part also, I easily connect, like how I feel about myself. If I want to do good to others, the others also want to do good to me. So this is with me in a very natural way. It's rare that I get a disharmony regarding this. Respect part is also fine with me. Probably till the end, the love part, sometimes I do, in fact, sometimes I understand it to the ultimate extent, but sometimes I waver off. That is there. Take off hota rehta hai, kabhi kabhi. I mean, even in my department, whether it is the cleaning staff or anyone, my address to everyone is the way I address my HOD, in the same manner, with the same feelings I address them. So there is no issue regarding the same. Complementarity part is very fine with me. I mean, as and when required, and whatever is my capability, accordingly I'm available. With exercise 1 and exercise 2, I'll not say that I'm following everything to the ultimate religiously, but there is an understanding, and there's a will to, take it up to the last nicely in me, but maybe up to 4 or 5 I go, and then somewhere I dilute. That I have to take care of. Then how often the harmony in me uh, is stable. There are n number of things going on even when you join a new place at a age when you're nearly about to retire in a few years. So and you're treated like the junior most, so there's a lot of disharmony with the entire system. But somehow, since it has not changed my expressions with the others, so in 3 years most of my colleagues who may even be junior to me, but by virtue of being in the university for a longer time, most of them have come to this understanding that she's a fine person. So ऐसा उन्हें अब लगने लगा है. अभी तो ऐसा लगता था कि like they were of the opinion that maybe it's another phase that one is putting up, and how can a person so senior in age can be so humble and accept all they are shouting and all they are telling you as that way. So that is okay with me. The major two incidents, as one of the incident I've already taken up, and the other one is my new place. So recently, we had a short-term course under Madan Mohan Malviya Teachers Training. Okay, okay. So this was the effort I did for my university. 3 years I had been slogging for it. We were able to take up the first workshop, and probably under the UGC umbrella we were the first ones. We are going to take up the offline as well in times to come, so all of you please be prepared to come to my university. And for my state now, I want to be more involved in these activities. That is my desire. I'm trying to allocate my ends to come close to being more involved in these activities. So maybe in a year when my department starts feeling that I'm also senior, they'll be able to relieve me more. They'll be able to relieve me more so that I can participate in more of the activities. I'm doing a bit of work for Rajya Anand Sansthan activities that I am doing. That's it for now. Thank you so much.
So thank you, Geeta Didi, Shesha Didi, Manisha Didi, and then Sabri Bhaiya, Mahesh Bhaiya, Sima Didi, for your sharing today. Sopan Bhaiya, for your yesterday sharing and today sharing. Remaining sharing we'll listen tomorrow. Just to conclude what the gist of all the sharings today, that we have a choice to be in a harmony or in a disharmony. Right? And we can always choose to be. Like while traveling by a crowded public transportation, we have a choice. While traveling by a very deserted public transportation also, we have a choice. While walking on a lonely road, we have a choice. While walking on a crowded road, we have a choice, right? We have a choice to be in a harmony. If there is a tea, we have a choice to be in a harmony. If there is no tea, still we have a choice to be in a harmony, right? So we always choose to. We always choose to be in a particular state, depends on our level of comfort. But then what really we want to be is continuously with the choice of comfort. And that is what is the meaning of participation, right? If I'm not choosing what I want to be, then am I participating or non-participating? There is no participation. Correct? There is no participation. Then I'm just there. I'm just there for, don't know why I'm there. Because the participation is not happening. So participation is basically being what I want to be and do what I want to be. So that is what is the meaning of participation. So each one of us are basically trying for that participation for the societal transformation. So this is what I have understood from all the sharing today. Thank you so much. Now we can break for the tea. Around 4:30, the next session will start. We have, yeah, yeah, sure, sure, sure. आइए भैया एक ग्रुप फोटो अब ये भी आपकी चॉइस है खुशी खुशी